Hello, my name is Doris and I am Little Bird Products. Welcome back if you've been here before, and thank you for joining me. And if you're new here, thank you. And please subscribe, it does mean a lot to the channel. This is the last of my this week, daily vlogs. And while I've enjoyed doing these every day and it has helped keep me motivated, I think next week I'll probably go back to my Wednesday, Sunday postings because this is a lot of work. But it did keep me on track and get me motivated to make things. I wanted to share, first of all, that I got my friend Jack the Seam Ripper out last night, and I'm in the process of remaking my little aqua tunic. Let me bring that forward and I'll show you. This is what it now looks like. See, I took it all apart, and this is the skirt. It's a little longer and more full. And then what I did with the sides is here, I pulled it forward. And now what I'm looking for is the perfect piece to make the back skirt. And what I've got is I've got this t-shirt that I really like the material of, and I think it goes with this, but I am on the lookout for something maybe a little bit brighter because the sides are brighter on this. And I would like to have it be with that same theme. Well, the t-shirt does look pretty good with it. It's not quite the right thing. And then I'm happy to say that I've almost finished a lot of things. You'll hear the almost finished a lot. This is the shirt remade. And I did actually 2 different shirt remakes because this one really was a woman's shirt. It was an MG, and you can see it had some beautiful embroidery on it. But I want to put this really cute lace on the bottom of it and also on the edges of the sleeves. Let me turn this around and I'll show you what it looks like. It does have inseam pockets that I was able to retain. And here is the front. Isn't that beautiful? And I love the way it looks. It buttons all the way down the front. I did an inset of these cotton pieces to make it a little wider. And it has embroidery on the front here too. So I'm really pleased with it. So I'm very pleased with how that's turning out. So I just need to finish that lace. I do have some garden work to do today because my friend, I call him Mr. Tomato. He's the one that gave me the heirloom tomato seedlings. He's bringing me some fertilizer today and he's going to inspect. And my tomatoes, he told me they would get to be 6 feet tall. Well, they are 5 feet tall now, and they've escaped the cages that we built to put them in. So we're going to have to, I think, if I need to have more support for that last foot or so, that I'm going to have to rig something else up. So that'll be the majority of my morning when he gets here. But I did want to show you, this is turning out beautiful. This is my men's shirt remake. Isn't that beautiful? There's the sleeves. It actually took 3 shirts. This shirt was the inspiration. Somebody said they liked black and pink. So I have the sleeves. I'm going to put an elastic band on these, I think, and have a little ruffle on the edge so that you can push it up or push it down. But the thing that's unique about this is the side insets. I did this out of a cuff and 2 sleeves. Let me see if I can tilt this down. So yeah, see how that is? And I'm going to work on the hemline of it. So there's the base shirt. That's the front and the back. And what I do is I cut the sides off and make it straight. Then I inset this sleeve here. And then what I do is I take the sleeves that I've cut off. This is another shirt that I liked. It's complimentary. It's a shorter sleeve for the front, longer sleeve for the back. And then what I'm also doing with this is I'm taking some of the black shirt that was left, because I had another potential customer who said she'd like to have things to be 6 inches longer. So this is going to be a dress. And so I took the black and I'm making a nice ruffle at the bottom of the back to make it longer to match the length of the sleeves. So this is almost finished. I'm just loving how that turned out. And let me show you another view of this. I'm really loving this now too. I'm glad I spent a little time with my seam ripper. So now I need to make sure I pick the exact right piece for the back of that to finish it. The other things that I had on my list to get done this week were my dungaree dress. And I had several people said they'd like to see me make that. And I'm thinking if I can finish these today after I do my garden work this morning, that then tomorrow, Sunday, I can work on the dungaree dress. And I'm thinking that for the dungaree dress, I will use maybe my aqua pieces that I have that are real floaty. I just have to have the perfect piece for the top of the dungaree dress. And I usually use a piece of about 10, I like to use a kind of a triangular trapezoid or whatever you call it. It's straight across here and it comes down this way for the front. And then for the back, I use usually a waistband and gather it together and then put the straps on it. I like to do the straps out of the denim seams so that you can tie it up so you can make it adjustable. And what I do a lot of times is put loops here. You bring those seams up through that and you can tie it here so you can adjust it high and low. And I'm thinking those floaty turquoise pieces would be beautiful as the skirt for that dungaree dress. And then I'll put big pockets in it. Sometimes I use men's shirts for those. I like the men's shirts as well. So it just has to, I just have to see how it goes. That'll take a little more design time. And I like to do that. Usually I do the design one day and then do the make the next day. But I'm going to see if I can get that done tomorrow, finished. Maybe I'll use different materials. Anyway, the only other thing, I think, the only other two things that I had, actually were really three because I had my mystery project, but I think my mystery project is going to be that new hat pattern, which I just really am itching to do, the one-piece hat pattern. And then my jacket. And I do have some jackets hanging up, and I have one that's kind of a leopard print, a brown. Then I have another one that's black and turquoise, and you can tell I'm into the black and turquoise thing. So if I don't use the turquoise floaty pieces for the dungaree dress, I might use those for my jacket, because I'm looking here now, I'm staring at the jacket hanging up, and it's like, okay, those floaty pieces would be really perfect for that. So anyway, I'm going to say after tomorrow, in tomorrow's video, I'll show you what I decided to make and do a recap of everything that I did get made for the week. I think I've had a pretty successful week. Thank you for being here with me and helping me out with ideas and choices. It has helped my motivation. So we'll see if I can maybe stick in one more filming, maybe just a vlog during the week and up it to 3 times a week. I know that you just love to watch me 3 times a week, but it does help me, stay on track. And when you give me input, it's like I have somebody sitting here beside me that I can ask questions of and, get some other ideas on what I should be focusing on. Anyway, thank you for being with me and hope you have a great weekend. Bye.